cruiser. You making 500,000. This woman making 200,000. She got enough money to be independent of you, right? So she's not going to be extremely submissive to you and woo out the bam. These women are telling you this. They not for the submission. They not for like the grandmama days. That's out. So you men still talk about the leadership. She got to follow your orders and stuff like that, as if you the top dog and she's down here and God woo out the bell. They no longer on that. So what I mean is, if you get one of those women that 200K, you're gonna have to emasculate yourself, because she's not budging. She's not finna say, okay, I'm below my man, I submit everything to him, this money goes to his bank account. No, she's not doing that. She's gonna say, you got your bank account, I got mine.
Do you think that Nicki Minaj is the depiction of what a woman is? Not biologically, just like, would you guys consider her to be a woman or a quality woman at that?
Value-wise, no.
I would say that Nicki Minaj, Oprah, certain women, when they reach a success level, they might date for something other than money. It's possible.
Okay. I asked that for a specific reason. Y'all familiar with Pauletta Washington, Denzel Washington's wife?
Mm-hmm. Wife? Okay, yeah.
Would you consider her to be?
I don't consider Nicki Minaj a quality. When you say quality woman, and the way I would evaluate her quality is based on who she can date or who she can get parallel to on the same status level. So
he gave a disingenuous person, though.
The guy across from her on Nicki Minaj level, based on her quality, based on how I see it, I do not believe that the guy that's on her same level as the man versus her is going to go over and talk to her.
What level is
the nature of her career, the nature of her content, her videos and all that stuff, her profession doesn't warrant the type of guy that's parallel from her. So she would typically go and date somebody who was a sex offender in prison or some shit like that. I don't know.
What true table, that was a disingenuous question, because you compared Nicki Minaj, which is more to modern times, to compare to Denzel Washington.
We gotta let him finish though. He was about to try and come back around. Go ahead, True. Finish your, you said Denzel Washington wife or whatever.
Man, you cut Jay Prince off for no reason.
He asked all those questions.
Go ahead, True. What you doing?
Who would be more modern than Savannah James? Probably is an equivalent, more modern, right?
Yeah.
We don't know them personally, but I'm talking archetype, what we do know about them. Who would you deem as more of a quality woman?
Savannah James.
Yeah.
Why?
They embody wifely quality. And
she quiet.
She's a lot better.
We don't even got to say that. We just say we could chuck it up to her digital footprint.
What the issue is this: if we're talking about uber successful women, sometimes those character traits that get them to become uber successful are contradictory to things that men would quantify as good women. So it's hard to make that argument when you do it like that. You're gonna have to go elite income earning women for elite income or what she selects, and they don't tend to find the most dominant masculine men, because men typically don't date for that reason. So they'll find what they equivalent is.
All right,
if that makes sense to you.
And I think Savannah's a helpmate to me. I see her as a helpmate.
She has a natural, beautiful body, a beautiful figure, beautiful face. She obviously have a nurturing complex.
She have a history of having a husband maintaining a long time.
Is a cosmetic being. She's got her ass out all over our videos and social media and all that other stuff. And then her career, her music, her content is just not it's whenever you date, whenever a woman like that try to date parallel to the other side with men, it's typically going to fall flat. She's going to have the date down.
Okay, so this is why I asked that question, because I don't know why, and I want Ali to get in there, right? Why is it hard for men to understand that on the opposite side, Nicki Minaj, there's male versions of Nicki Minaj, like a Future, that could not get quality women. And it's like, when we're trying to have this conversation, it's like, no, that's the same. Most people meet their level. Water meets its own level.
True. I don't believe that Future can't get a quality woman. I don't believe that at all.
Yeah. When True say that, he's trying to say that men and women are rating each other and evaluating each other's value on at the same level. So the same is true if you reverse the equation for the future versus the Nicki Minaj, when you're not compensating for the fact that women look at men different and men look at women.
May I ask a question before you go ahead, Ali, real quick? I was for to ask a question. So, True Table to a Bruiser, are y'all willing to emasculate yourself to find that
I can answer that. No.
Come on, dude, man.
Emasculate? No.
God, come on, man. Are you willing to emasculate yourself to find that sophisticated woman? Here's the reason. Because nowadays, women are not trying to say that she's below you. She's saying that she's your partner. She's saying that she's your equal, especially when she get her degrees, especially when she got a large stream of money. So if you push it for that woman, what I've been hearing y'all men say for years, that you are the leader, you are the top, and she must submit to you. Or now, are you willing, if that woman with that type of caliber, she's not talking about submitting. She talking about being on the side of you as y'all are equal eye to eye. Ain't no submission. Are you at that point that is considered to be emasculated? Are you willing to do that to get a sophisticated woman?
It's only considered to be emasculated if I'm at a higher status in income or whatever or perceived value than her, and she try to play on an equal playing field. But if I'm running into a woman who earns more than me, has a higher status than me, and her career path and the things she do on a daily basis is just as important as mine, or even more, it's not a matter of emasculation.
Maybe I don't think that's what you're going to be aiming for when you got the bread.
You just met a woman who can actually compete with you, and you want to call it an emasculation because you are below her on an.
Well, you're not supposed to compete with no woman.
You want to call it? Wait. You want to call it emasculation because a woman has outdone you on a socioeconomic level.
And when you find yourself competing with your woman,
because off the strength of you got a dick and balls, you think that it's an emasculation. No, that means you need to get your. It means you're punching outside of your weight class.
No, okay. We talking about it. Let's just say, Bruiser, you making 500,000. This woman making 200,000. She got enough money to be independent of you, right? So she's not going to be extremely submissive to you and woo out the bam. These women are telling you this. They not for the submission. They not for like the grandmama days. That's out. So you men still talk about the leadership. She got to follow your orders and stuff like that, as if you the top dog and she's down here and God woo out the bell. They no longer own that. So what I mean is, if you get one of those women that 200K, you're gonna have to emasculate yourself because she's not budging. She's not finna say, okay, I'm below my man, I submit everything to him, this money goes to his bank account. No, she's not doing that. She's gonna say, you got your bank account, I got mine.
Can I add a woman's perspective in here too? Because
then we got to get Ali. Ali got
to. Yeah, please let's let Ali speak. But let me say this first, so I can add this in, because y'all are really speaking for women. Submission has not gone anywhere. We are not against that. We are against the type of submission that certain men portray. If men treated us differently, submission would be easy, cool. But what you said, if she can't have a baby, she loses her value. I'm gonna go over here to this woman because she can have a baby. Like, what the fuck? How did we become our reproductive organs? Because just a little bit of information for you. Y'all dicks don't work either. So I'm just trying to figure out, should I go to another man because your dick don't? Because so and y'all have reproductive problems. So I'm supposed to. Oh my God! Like, we don't treat y'all like this.
So let me ask
I'm saying this. I said all this to say submission is not a problem. Submission is a problem for men that sound like you. I would never submit to a man that sounds like you. So I just FYI, you need to realize that we are there is no blanketed submission anymore. We are not giving you submission solely because you have this broken dick. We want a man who knows how to treat us. So if I heard a man speaking like you, absolutely I would never. It'll be all day long.
Okay, let me respond to you. So what let me respond to it right quick. I can't respond. Okay, what it sounds like is that women can have qualifiers, but for men, but we can't have qualifiers for women. So you basically saying that if I'm broke, right? If I'm poor, if I ain't making no money, you can say that I'm broke and you don't got to deal with me. I got to make a certain amount of dollar. But now, and that's cool, right? But now as a man, most men want babies and families. So when men get married, they want to raise a family. And if you can't provide that, see, the problem is y'all women has been spoiled. Us men never stood on nothing, right? Y'all kept telling us what we should want from a woman instead of us really choosing what we want. So yes, if a woman, that's a qualifier that we have for women. You should be able, especially when you talk about marriage, because marriage is yielded around raising a family. And if you can't provide that, I don't care if you choose not to or you biologically can't. You cannot produce what a man desire. So yes, you will not be qualified for no marriage just because you's a woman. No, we got qualifiers just as well as y'all. The problem is us men have to be silent because we have to protect the matriarchy and feel bad for women. So we don't got no standards for women. But y'all got all of these standards for us. You can say, JP, you broke. You know what you doing up here looking for a woman. And nobody get offended. But if I say, Miss Ma'am, can you have kids? And you like, no, biologically I can't. I'm like, well, you don't qualify. Now everybody want to shoot me down because I done says the most egregious. I can't have no qualifiers for no woman. Why is that?